unmute your mic.
Yeah, ma'am. Now,
Yes, hi.
can you
Good
hear me?
morning.
Hi.
Yes,
Hi, good
I
morning,
can
ma'am.
hear. Good morning. So how is the weather there now today?
Weather is like quite, I would say that cloudy because,
Cloudy.
yeah, because it's been 5 days. 5 days, I would say that, raining here. It
Okay.
is quite cloudy. Yeah.
And is it heavy rains or normal?
Yeah, you can say that it is quite heavy. Not
Okay.
completely, but yeah, little bit.
And do you have landslides and such issues also?
All the time in
Every
the
time.
winter, every time, all the time.
Okay.
Because there are some
Okay.
villages, in Kordwar, I would say, in Uttarakhand, that a landslide is going on, these places all the time.
So have you ever been stuck in any of the landslide situation, or have you ever faced any such challenge where you really had to walk or, stay back or something like that has ever happened with you?
Yeah, I think there was one incident when I was just, going my maternal grandmother house with my family. So in the halfway, I would say that there was a landslide, a huge landslide. So my father
Okay.
was driving at that moment, and I was quite scared. I got scared because that was the first moment that I saw the huge landslide. Because landslide is quite risky. It
Okay.
is. Yeah, it can take your life as well. So
Yes.
it is very
But did you
risky.
see it happening in front of your eyes, that it was sliding down and everything was coming down?
Yeah, I saw that moment, when the boulders were just coming down, from
Oh,
the height, from the top, and
yes.
it was like
Okay.
something very dangerous moment,
And
and
then
that was the first time.
your father suddenly stopped the car, and then, or
Because
you don't
actually,
remember it that much?
no, actually he's a driver, so he know that how to handle all these things.
You said that he's a driver, so where does he work?
Like in Uttarakhand, actually he's driving for bookings. I would say that the passenger, he just take all the
Okay,
passenger
so
to the different destinations.
okay, so he works with some tourist office, or he has his own taxis and he runs his own
Yeah,
business.
he runs his own taxi. I would say that
Okay,
he has a four-wheeler and he runs his own.
okay. And which is the
Yeah.
best four-wheeler for the hills up there in Uttarakhand?
For the Uttarakhand, I think because it's a hilly place. So
Okay,
what I would recommend you, if you are just going to purchase a four-wheeler, so that four-wheeler is like something quite strong. I think Tata Harrier is one of the best
okay,
four-wheeler. I would say that for the hilly station, for the off-road as well, because off-roading, I would say that there are very few vehicles which can control all these things, when you are just
okay.
go to the off-roading. So Tata Harrier is one of the best vehicle, I would say, that you can just
Okay.
yeah, go with the off-road.
But Tata Harrier won't be that heavy for the circular roads of the hilly region, because I find that always I've seen, mostly, I'm not very much aware of it, but whenever we have traveled up the hills, we have seen people going into Maruti vans and some vehicles which is light. It's not very heavy. But I find Tata Harrier to be very heavy. So won't it be very difficult for to maneuver it and to take it up or down?
But nowadays I would say that hilly stations road like quite vast, quite broad, so that you
Okay.
can't face such difficulties
Okay.
in these roads right these days, I would say, because and a lot of people have Tata Harrier and SUVs here in local,
Okay.
and they just run their vehicles in the hilly stations as well. So it's
Okay.
not a big deal that you can easily.
Okay. And Pranjal, do you ever help your father?
No, man, I don't like driving, to be very honest.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
You don't like
even I
driving at all.
even I can't just ride scooty as well, I would say that.
You haven't learned?
No, ma'am, I really don't like driving.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's surprising. So,
yeah,
have you ever learned cycle?
yeah,
Okay, that's great.
yeah. Even these days, I recently, I would say that 1 month ago that I purchased a new cycle, bicycle for me. And these days I have been just cycling, to the mountains and all these things to to, I would say that, to distract my mind, because it's been 2 years that I have been just sitting inside my home, and I'm quite,
Hmm.
exhausted and quite
Frustrated.
frustrated, so that I just,
Yes.
so I thought that I should purchase some, bicycle, and I just go for a ride as well, that I
Mm-hmm.
can just divert my mind in
Okay.
something else. Yeah,
Okay. Yes, that's a good thing. But our roads good, because when you take your cycle up the hill, or because of the traffic condition, because of trucks, I would say mainly the trucks, they drive very rashly. So are you safe when you are riding a bicycle?
definitely, ma'am, because as you said that trucks is not a, trucks are not a big concern here, because in a hilly stations, in the highways, you can say that trucks are quite dangerous for other people's, for
Yeah.
other drivers as well. But in the hilly stations, there is not like a truck issue and all these things.
Okay.
Yeah,
So there, and the road conditions,
but
how are the
animals,
road?
I would say,
Acha.
animals, I would,
Do
yeah,
you
animals.
have you met anyone?
Lot of, ma'am, a lot of, we are just used to it, because in
So
my code,
which big animal have you come across, or have you seen it?
elephant, na? Elephant is one of the
Oh,
common animal, wild animal, I would say, that in Kordwara, because Kordwara is known
acha,
as elephant's resident.
acha. I
It's a
did not
corridor
know
of
this.
elements, because Corbett National Park is quite nearby.
So
So
wild
any,
elephants you have interacted, you
yeah,
have
on
come
the road,
across on the
yeah,
roads,
recently just 2 or 3 days
and
ago.
they come out together. They come out
Yeah,
together on the roads,
yeah, yeah, with the
and they
group.
can attack also. They can attack also.
They can, if they want, they
Okay,
can. You can't just,
they
yeah,
can.
they can,
Yes,
they can.
yes.
But yeah, we have a forest department as well, so that if such cases happens there, so that they react very fast. This is the thing
Okay,
which is really appreciable from the
okay.
forest. And yeah, one of the dangerous, I would say, elephant, that you can just save yourself from elephant, because they are just quite big. But yeah,
Yes,
I would say that leopards are very dangerous wild animals here, because leopard is like something, they can attack in
yes.
fractions of second on you,
Yes. But
right? So
have you come across any leopard there,
yeah,
or a big?
definitely, lot of
Did you
time.
see it from your with your eyes?
Yeah, in my real eyes.
Oh, great. And did you take a picture?
Picture, no, actually, at that time, I would say that I was going with
Yes.
my mother. I was going with my
Okay.
mother to hilly
Okay.
stations, and at that moment, I was in taxi, right?
Okay.
And yeah, one mother leopard was crossing the road.
Wow.
So then I saw that moment.
Great. Great. That's the advantage of living in a small town.
The small towns, man.
Yes.
This is an advantage, and I would say this is quite dangerous as well at the night, because at the night, if I just talk about my maternal grandmother house, so you can't just roaming here and there at night, because there is, there's lot of, I would say that dangerous places where you can't just, rumbling. Otherwise,
Okay.
yeah, you can put
You
yourself
can,
in danger.
yes, in danger anywhere. And there are many wild boars also. As you are saying that Jim Corbett has always has been a rustic place. But when we visited a long time back, we visited it long time back. And when we were there, they were planning to cut across one road in
Yeah,
between from the jungle. I don't know
yeah.
if it has happened, but the authorities were going to, and even the villagers, they were